Hello everybody, I'm Miss Trish. I'm one of the RE teachers for UU St. Petersburg, and I'm here with the lesson for November the 8th, 2020. This lesson is called Let Gratitude Heal You. I'm going to light the chalice so we can get started. Love is the spirit of this church and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. When we're sad or we've been hurt, it can feel as though the life has gone out of us. It can seem as if life is very small and scary. Our faith tells us that gratitude can help guide us back to believing that life is good and on our side. By shifting our attention from the sad and scary parts of life to the gifts of life, gratitude heals us. So what's one of the ways our faith guides us into becoming a people of healing? It tells us, let gratitude heal you. Today, we'll be thinking about gratitude as prayer. Have you seen people hold their hands in this position? Or do you do this with your hands? What are people usually doing when they hold their hands together like this? Even if they're saying words like namaste and bowing to you, they're really saying something like, the spirit in me sees the spirit in you, which is a prayer, right? Sometimes when people pray, they ask God or the great creator or life for things. That's an important way to pray. But did you know that we UUs often encourage people to think about praying in a different way? In addition to praying to get things, we invite people to pray by saying thank you for what we already have. In fact, one of our favorite quotes of a UU is a quote by a German minister who lived a long time ago. He has a very cool name. It's Meister Eckhart. And he said, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. So simply saying thank you can be a prayer. Saying thank you is an expression of gratitude. And when we take the time to say thank you for the good things in our lives, it can help us feel better about the things in our lives that make us feel sad or bad. Has saying thank you and noticing the good things ever helped you feel better? Praying is just one of many ways we can use gratitude to help heal us. Today, we're going to explore a bunch of ways. Here's a story about the writing of one of our favorite UU hymns, number 123, Spirit of Life, written as a healing prayer when Carolyn McDade was exhausted and short on hope. Like much of Carolyn's music, the genesis of Spirit of Life is a very personal one. Late one night in the early 1980s, she was driving a close friend of hers, Pat Simon, home from a meeting, and in the UU storytelling of this, it's been called a church social justice meeting, or an anti-nuclear power demonstration, or a remembrance of Harvey Milk, who was an openly gay man and the city supervisor of San Francisco, who was assassinated in 1978. These guesses about the subject of that meeting might work well to make a point in a sermon, but Carolyn McDade says it was a meeting for Central American solidarity to support those countries that wanted to handle their own peacekeeping efforts without the United States sending troops. And the meeting was probably at a college. What she remembers most clearly was the feeling she had. When I got home from Pat's house, I told her, I feel like a piece of dried cardboard that has lain in the attic for many years. Just open wide the door and I'll be dust. I was tired, not with my community, but with the world. She just sat there with me, and I loved her for sitting with me. Carolyn McDade then drove to her own home in Newtonville. I walked through my house in the dark, found my piano, and that was my prayer. May I not drop out. It was not written, but prayed. I know more than anything that I wanted to continue in faith with that movement. So that song started as a prayer by a woman who was trying to stay in faith with the larger social justice movement. But Spirit of Life slowly grew into a life of its own. The song spread to UU congregations, and when the Unitarian Universalist Association published the hymnal Singing the Living Tradition in the early 1990s, the Spirit of Life song was included. And here it is. This is our hymnal. And here's our beloved number 123, Spirit of Life. Since then, it has become an important hymn for Unitarian Universalists. For many UUs, this hymn is a regular part of coming together. One creative UU even added hand signals. Some churches use Spirit of Life as part of their weekly worship ritual, as chalice lighting, or as part of the closing. It has been sung as a prayer of strength as hundreds of UUs gathered to prepare for the banner parade at the 2003 Unitarian Universalist Association General Assembly. A man from Colorado experienced a heart attack in the middle of the crowd. As the medical first responders worked to save his life, the others gathered spontaneously and broke into singing Spirit of Life. Spirit of Life began as a prayer by a single woman who had no intention of it becoming a hymn for a religious movement. However, that's exactly what happened to it. In the hymn we sing, roots hold me close, wings set me free. In this case, the roots are the prayerfulness that is at the center of this song's creation, and the wings are all of us who sing it and spread it through our faith community. So here's the song, and you can listen to it as a prayer, but I'm going to sing it as the hymn that I know. Spirit of life, come unto me, sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion, blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in my hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. It's all about trusting life to fill us up, to offer us good and healing, not just hard and difficult things. It helps reconnect us with gratitude by reminding us of the roots that hold us close and the wings that set us free. Here are some questions to help you clarify your understanding of this prayer song. After I ask them, you might want to pause the video and share your ideas with another person or just think them over for yourself. So, what do you think is meant by roots and wings in the lines, roots hold me close, wings set me free? What kind of roots help hold you? What kind of activities make us feel that we have wings to set us free? How does this prayer song invite us to remember to be grateful for these things? I know that when I sing this song, I feel like a part of something bigger and more powerful than just my one-person self. I feel more balanced and less upset by things that are troubling me, and when I ask the Spirit of life, I feel calmer. Now I'll pass this to Miss Jeanay for the meditation part and the closing of this session. Namaste. I love you all, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye for now.
Thank you. How does that make you feel? How do those words make you feel? How does it move you? All right, so let's flow right into our explore. Time to explore. So we have some games on the newsletter that your parents can work with your kids together. Small group activities like experimental learning, if I may. So friends sometimes fight skits. Now this skit, just going to point out that friends that fight are normal. Fights between friends, let me rephrase that. Fights between friends are normal, okay? There are going to be times where, yes, you're not going to agree with your friend on what they say, and there's going to be a time where they don't agree with you, and there could possibly strike an argument. How do you come back from that type of scenario when you realize the problem is not as bad as losing the friendship, potentially? Who knows? Who knows? It's up to you to know the difference. To heal afterwards, here's some skills that we can try. So we're going to make up some skits about fights between friends and see if we can find a way back into the friendship. In real fights, sometimes the friendships just won't work out, like I just said. So learn that conflict is a part of life. It's the actions afterwards that can help heal. So I invite you guys to link up and look up some things when they or someone they know got into a fight with a friend. For example, you can check out the first 5 minutes of this video that I'm going to play for you called Time Out, No Fighting, No Biting. So we're going to check out this video real quick and we're going to be right now. We're going to go over the reasons why friends fight, okay? So they're feeling excluded, it could be a misunderstanding, changing in priorities, personality clash, broken trust, bullying, which we had touched on it last month in October. October was National Bullying Awareness Month. Feeling disconnected, also jealousy, different opinions, betrayal, manipulation, different values, peer pressure, competitiveness, changes in friendship group. There are so many things that you guys can practice together and practice on a role play. So you can put yourself in this person's shoes. Now, it might not turn out the way it did in real life, but we can try different endings if you want. Don't try to reach a resolution. We'll do that next. And then bring in some volunteers to pretend to be the friends that fought to actually act out the scenario. So after the skit that you guys do together, thank everyone for coming in and also sit and have a reflection during that. Could you have been overreacting? Is it worth losing a friend over? What made you upset, hurt, or angry? Who can you talk to outside of the situation? A lot of times that can help on getting a different perspective. So who knows? It's also a way to help things work out. So that can be fixing things together, being patient, celebrating, being open, talking about your feelings, keeping calm, being present, reaching out, making time to talk. So there are plenty of things that you can do in that space and helping you heal from a type of situation in that. But not all friends, just to be honest, not all fights end with friends working things out. Sometimes the end might not be even being friends anymore. If you guys have experienced this, there are some suggestions that I have in the newsletter as well that can, that are helpful if things don't work out to help you prepare. So this could be a good time for you to know that I am here. If you guys ever need if you ever need an extra person to talk to about a conflict or something that you have with your friends, feel free to reach out to me. I am a great mediator and I'm also here for you. All right. So thank you for taking the time out for this lesson this week. Oh, the take home for this lesson that we did. So parents, during the Explore time, we had focused on how we heal from fighting with friends. We acted out skits about fighting, and that's the skits that you guys did together with each other. You can ask your child if they actually played a role like that in their life and actually bring it in and see if you as the parent can patiently be their moderator, their mediator in their problems that they have, because kids too have conflict. Just like adults, we have conflict in the workplace sometimes. Sometimes we have those coworkers that always eat our yogurt or always leaves the printer, the copy machine on, is supposed to turn it off, or just so many random things that just gets underneath that skin. But helping our kids navigate this is also very helpful. So parents, it's also your job to be there. And also, just like I told the kids earlier, I'm also here. So thank you guys for checking out the lesson of this week. Thank you, Miss Trish, for your contribution. I will see you guys next week. Bye.